It is springtime here at Clover Hill. The air is fragrant with Viburnum cayuga. The ancient maples and oaks are leafing out. The crabapple trees are in full glorious bloom. And in my kitchen garden, the rhubarb is ready for picking. I know that some people don't like rhubarb, but I've loved it since I was a kid. My mother used to make rhubarb pies, rhubarb muffins, and rhubarb, you name it. Today, I'm going to show you how to make some elegant treats called Rhubarb Streusel puffs. These are easy to assemble, fast to bake, and the best part, they're heaven to eat. When it comes to rhubarb, there are green, pink, and red varieties. All varieties taste basically the same, but the pink and the red types are definitely prettier. So you want to start with 4 or 5 slender stalks of hopefully pink or red rhubarb and cut them into varying lengths, some about 1 inch, some about 2 inches, or maybe 1.5 inches long, and roll them in a bowl. And I wanted to show you, if you have a really fat stalk, you can always slice it lengthwise in half and then cut it up. Then put some flour in the bowl and a bit of sugar and toss the rhubarb with the flour and sugar until all of the rhubarb is nicely coated. The sugar is going to cause the rhubarb to exude its juices. Since these are rhubarb streusel puffs, we'll have to make the streusel. Put some flour in a purple bowl. Add some brown sugar. And by the way, you'll find the exact ingredients on my website, kevinleejacobs.com. Add some ground cinnamon. Yum. And a whisper, not a shout, just a whisper, of nutmeg. Also add some diced butter and some old-fashioned rolled oats. To blend the ingredients, you could use an old-fashioned pastry blender, but I think it's easy enough to just use your impeccably clean fingers. And this is fun. You just squish the butter and the other ingredients together until you get a somewhat sandy texture that resembles, well, that resembles streusel. Now grab a sheet of thawed but still quite cold puff pastry dough and lay it on a baking sheet that you've lined with parchment paper. Then we have to cut this puff pastry dough into quarters. So we go like this, right down the middle, and turn the sheet, and again go right down the middle. Then take each quarter and just space them out a little bit. Okay. Then take a paring knife and we want to score the edges like this. We'll go about 1/2 inch in from the edge. And when you score, you don't actually cut through the puff pastry. You just barely cut into it and make an outline. As the puff pastry cooks, it will puff more on the section outside of the lines, and you'll end up with a really nice puffed frame that will hold all of the other ingredients in place. And here comes the fun part, assembling the pastries. So take the rhubarb and arrange the pieces on the puff pastry squares. Set the pieces so the prettiest side of the rhubarb is facing up. Then take your purple bowl of streusel and sprinkle this beautiful, buttery, brown, sugary, oaty stuff right on top of the rhubarb. This goes into a preheated 400-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes. I found that with my oven, the pastry was perfectly puffed and golden at 25 minutes. I'll show you the finished dessert in just a moment. And here they are, rhubarb streusel puffs, all puffed and golden and begging to be eaten. Let's see, maybe I'll take this one. The rhubarb strikes the perfect balance between tart and sweet, and of course the puff pastry is light, flaky, and basically angelic. If I were you, I'd make a great big batch of these puffs and serve them to your garden club, your book club, even your yacht club, if you're into that sort of thing. If you enjoyed today's recipe, please subscribe, thumbs up, and post a comment. Let me know about other videos you'd like me to film. I'll see you next time with another delicious recipe. Ta-ta for now.